Good evening, fellow vapors. Vaping newbie here again on a Friday night, and I hope everybody's going to have a great weekend. Corey, I can't get my music going, so that's the best that I was able to do. Folks, the reason why I'm doing this video is because I got vape mail today from canvape.com. Some was expected, some wasn't. Stick around. Um, what I did order was because last week I did a video on my mechanical mod, and I was having some trouble with it, and I was looking for a mechanical mod that I can use with a safety fuse. And I got a bit of a short. I was working with my favorite rebuildable atomizer from canvape.com, the K101 clone, and I caused it to have a short, and it burnt my hand. And I had bought a safety fuse from CanVape and didn't use it. So I decided, well, hey, dummy, now's a chance. So I put it on a battery and I put it in my mech mod, and I couldn't get the thing to close properly. There was always a gap, which was just hideous looking. So I thought, okay, well, that's not the answer. So I went on to the canvape.com website, and I was looking around at different things, and they do sell a tubular mech mod that has what they call a kick ring. And what that does is it expands the tube and allows you to put in a kick or a safety fuse in there without having a gap. But to quote Anita Ward, it wasn't ringing my bell. I wanted something a bit smaller. I found something, pitched it up my friends on the CanVape Facebook page, and Jason M came back and said, hey, Gordon, I have one of those, and posted some pictures. And that really did seal the deal for me. And I'm talking about the Kamry K101. The K101 comes in a myriad of colors, and I picked blue, not because Jason's is blue, but because I like blue. And I'm going to walk you through this, and it's going to be fairly short because at the end of the day, it's still just a tube, okay? This is a bottom firing mechanical mod. There's your firing button right here. And it's got a locking ring, which, look, I'm spinning that with just my finger. It's counter threaded. And there you go. Your locking ring is secure. It will not fire now. And by counter threaded, I mean when you engage the locking ring, it will not unscrew the base. Okay. The base has a surrogated edge, if you will, or top, and allows you to grip, so you can easily open that. And inside, I have my purple eFast 18500 from CanVape, and there's the safety fuse I was speaking of. It's this little safety fuse with a little magnet. It sits on the negative part of the battery, and I'll tell you something, it makes me feel a bit more secure after what happened and burning my hand. Just makes me secure. I guess I'm a chicken. Um, then it's a telescoping mod. Uh, this part here, although it sounds kind of squeaky, it's not that big a deal. It'll move up and down. You could fit an 18350, 18500 with a kick or a safety fuse, and the 18650 straight up. This is 18500 mode, and it's about 3.5 inches from top to bottom. Another thing that I like about this is it has the 3 vent holes for the battery on the bottom, and then the top has 3 air holes if you have a flush mounted device. And it brings to me the only perceived negative, and it doesn't really bother me. And Jason pointed this out on Facebook, and I put on my my K101 clone, which is my favorite rebuildable atomizer, and this came from canvape.com. So there you go. And you can see here, that's not a gap, folks. It's what I call a ledge. And that's created because the K101 is about 2 millimeters smaller than the K101 clone. And the K101 is a convex top. So you have the flat K101 on top, it creates a crevice underneath, and therefore the ledge. And if that's the only issue, that's not much of an issue to me. It's very small, fits in the palm of my hand, and I can work the trigger with my pinky. Some reviewers have been saying the bottom button is kind of tight. I don't find so. I not a cloud chaser whatsoever, but as you see, it works quite well. It gives that power, and this battery's been in for several hours now. I probably need a fresher battery, but it does work quite well. And I'll tell you something: if you're just sticking your toes in the pool of mechanical mods, this is it. This is one you might want to try. Okay. Another part that is pretty fun about it that I didn't realize, and I did a lot of when I buy before I buy something, I do a lot of research, ask a lot of questions, and I look at a lot of pictures. And I never saw a mechanical mod that would fit an Ego style device. Well, here we go. This ring at the top will unscrew, and I do like to unscrew it, even though this would fit with it on. Uh, and there's my EVOD. Very tasty cola bottled candy from Can Vape. So as you see, and the reason why I take that off is I always unscrew by the base, not the top. And if you have that ring, you can't reach it, and you might unscrew the EVOD from the base and have juice all over the place. So again, that's the Kamry K101, and it's something that I highly recommend. It sells for about $30, and there's no bells and whistles. This is what you get. Of course, no battery, and the safety fuse is included in the box. Okay, so this product gets a vaping newbie double thumbs up. Good job. The second part of this is a couple of brothers that are coming by to visit. Unfortunately, they're not staying, and that's the Aerotank brothers, Mini and Mega. And we're going to start with the Mini tank. Fits about a milliliter and a half of juice at its maximum. It's all stainless steel with a Pyrex glass centerpiece. It's bottom fed, so to put the juice in, you simply unscrew the bottom, and there's your coil. Um, Simple screw out coils. And to fill it, you'll notice in the bottom, I don't know if you can pick that up, there is that center tube. You want to avoid putting juice in there. And there are two metallic pieces that are holding it to the bottom part of the metal ring. And you want to avoid hitting that with juice. So you want to just slant it, put in your juice. And I think it's really a good tank to have for if you don't want to put in a lot of juice, if you like the flavor juices, and you can just wash it out. Another beautiful part is this thing completely comes apart for cleaning. Of course, why it's called an Aerotank is it has an adjustable airflow. I don't know if you can pick that up, folks. And the original Aerotank had 4 holes around it, and they had this like almost like a screw that went up and down. And a lot of people didn't like it because it rattled and it moved. Well, they've upped the game. What they've done is they've cut in a crevice along the base, and then this hole holding this ring will move back and forth, either opening the channel, which allows you to have a looser draw, or tighten that tight draw by closing up the channel. I wish they would have put some kind of a clicking thing in it, but it is what it is. I think that it works fairly well. The Mega, oh, I'm sorry, let me just finish this. This is what you get. You get the drip tip, obviously, and you get a second coil, and something that I think is pretty cool. Yeah, I said cool. You have a stainless steel center tube as well. So not only do you have the Pyrex glass, you have the stainless steel. So basically, you can use it for any juice. Really good kit put together. The bigger brother is the Mega. The Mega is very similar in design, if you will, to the Mini, with the big exception being this will hold 3.5 milliliters of juice. Again, it has the bottom fed fill. Now on this, when you take off the base, it has more of a full stainless steel interior with 4 holes around that center tube, and that's how you're going to feed the juice in. Again, avoid getting juice in the center tube. The air hole, this will probably be easier for you to see. The air hole, which adjusts your draw, is right there, and you just simply turn that ring, and it loosens or tightens the draw depending on what your taste is for that. All 3 months older since I started vaping, or 4 months older, I like a looser draw. So let's give this a whirl. It works really well, folks. In here is Bubble Yum from Can Vapes, and I was not a big fan of Bubble Yum, but I'll tell you what, in this tank, and I've been vaping it for about 3 hours now, it tastes pretty darn good. The drip tip is mine. It's not the one that comes with it, so there's a hint. With the Mega Tank, it comes in this box, and again, you get a extra coil, you get a beauty ring, and again, a stainless steel center tank. So they've really put together a good package. And if you follow me on YouTube, if we speak on Facebook, you know I liked the Aerotank. Hell, I own 3 of them. So this is a really good product that I would most definitely recommend. Which brings me to, you might be able to get one. Uh, Thank you to Adam and Frosty and Alice at the warehouse, and my Lady Sue, who represents the hardworking ladies and gents at the markets. Um, CanVape.com has donated 1 mega and 1 mini for a contest. All right. Um, Folks, I don't know how you could do better than that, but I'm going to tell you how you can win it, all right? Keeping in mind that the Mega Tank, I did use it. I did not use the drip tip. I will wash it out thoroughly, including the coil, and so you're going to get a fresh tank, okay? Um, Folks, this is how you're going to win, all right? You're going to put in the comment section below simply mini or mega. That's it. I really would like you to leave a comment for me on the video on how I'm doing. I really would like you to subscribe to my channel. I got my first thumbs down. I'm feeling kind of bad right now. So your support is greatly appreciated. The second step is to send me an email. And in the email, you're going to write the answer to this question in the subject line. And if you spoke to me on Facebook, if you watched any of my videos, if you paid attention here, it's easy. Which rebuildable atomizer is my favorite? Okay? You're going to email that to vapingnewbie@outlook.com. That's vapingnewbie, NEEWBIE, @outlook.com. The answer goes in the subject line. In the text portion, put in your YouTube username so I can marry the two up. And leave me a note. I love reading the emails. And folks, I need to know what you'd like to hear about, and keep it on a newer vapor basis, okay? Things that I had to gather information and filter to make videos. Well, now the newer vapors that are coming on board now, that are following me on YouTube, give me ideas on what you'd like to see. I'll do everything possible to do a video about that, all right? So that was kind of easy. Those 2 questions. The comment below, mini or mega, and the email with the subject line answer, which rebuildable atomizer is my favorite, okay? And in the text portion of the email, write in your YouTube username and drop me a note. That's it. We're going to draw this contest, we'll say June the 6th. We'll draw it, call it at 5 o'clock on June the 6th. All the names that get the answer right will go into a random picker, if you will, that thing that I use when I do the contest. And the first place will get the mega, the second place will get the mini. And folks, it's really important that we support canvape.com. They're giving this stuff to give away. In no way, shape, or form do I work for them. I have no monetary involvement with them. It's costing me money out of my pocket to send this stuff to you. But they give me the opportunity, and as long as they are, I want you to benefit from that. So let's support them. Adam and his team do a hell of a job. Some of the best pricing in Canada and amazing service. I can't say enough about them, all right? The links for all these products will be down below. And again, please subscribe to my Facebook page. I would appreciate it. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. And I always like spending the time with you. Stay healthy. Happy vaping. Take care, folks.